Welcome to Mrs. K's Way of the Chapter 3 review, Percents, Rates, and Ratios. Today I'm going to be covering problem number 1. So to remind you, this was our worksheet and we are going to be talking about number 1, talking about the Sparkling House Cleaning Company. So the question states, the Sparkling House Cleaning Company has cleaned 28 houses this week. If this number represents 40% of the total number of houses they are contracted to clean, how many total houses of the company are contracted to clean? So we are trying to see what this different question is talking about. So we can first try to draw a picture. So if we look at this picture, this whole entire rectangle represents from 0 to 100%. Now, I have two parts of it. I have my bottom portion here, which is talking about my percent, and my top portion, which is the relationship of the amount of houses. So I know that if I have 0 houses, that's 0%. So I'm going to try to see what each of these different numbers represent. So the first one I want to talk about is the 40%. Since I'm looking at my diagram, I know that I am talking about part of my total. So I'm talking about from 0 to 100%. So I know that 40% is around this area, 40%. Now I also want to try to figure out about this 28. There it is. And I want to know, is 28 the total amount of houses, 100%, or is it part of the houses? Well, since I'm trying to see how many total houses, I know that my total houses is 100%. So that leaves my 28 to be representing 40%. And it even states it in the problem. This number represents 40%. So that means that we can try to see if 28 is 40%, 40% of what number is 28. So that's what we're trying to figure out. We can do this many ways. The way I'm going to talk about it right now is through a ratio table. So I can create a ratio table like this, where I am comparing my ratio of my number of houses to my percent. Now the first thing I need to figure out is, what is my ratio? Well, the ratio is whatever two numbers happen to be a number and a percent. So like right here, 0 and 0%. That would be a ratio. But I want something with numbers. So I can see right here in the middle that 28% is 40. So I can even write that, oops, wrong one, in my ratio table. So 28 is the same as 40%. Now, my goal is trying to get to 100%, all the way over here. So I know my total goal is to get to 100%, but I might not be able to get straight from 40 to 100%, so maybe it would be good to try to find a way to reduce this down. Now, since I know that I can try to get 40 down to anything divisible by 100, I can try to get 40% to try to get to any percent that goes into 100. Examples would be 1%, 2%, 5%, 10%, even 20%. But I'm going to use 10% right now because I think that would come in handy perhaps on your quiz. So if I'm trying to figure out how to get from 40% to 10%, I know I can do that by dividing by 4. I want to do the same thing on this side, and I want to divide 28 by 4. It's really nice that my 28 is divisible by 4, or else I'd have a decimal, but we know that 28 divided by 4 gives me 7. Now, I'm trying to get now from 10% to 100%. So how I can do this is multiply 10 times some number to get to 100, or 10% times 10 will give me 100. So I want to do 7 times 10 to get me 70. This has now helped me solve my missing value. Since 100% is the same as 70 houses, I know that my final answer here is supposed to be 70. And we can write that as 70 houses. I know that was a long explanation, and I know you're getting pretty tired, but I hope that this video helped you be able to get ready for your test. Good luck!